So growing up, I never took an interest in sports. In fact, I actively avoided doing any kind of physical activity. I went as far as avoiding the PE class as much as possible, just coming up with dumb excuses to not do what the teacher wanted me to do. I never really saw the appeal of watching sports either, even though my dad loves sports and he really wanted me to be into sports as much as he is. I never really saw the point. However, that's about to change, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be on the same boat as I am.
NANI?!
So I present to you the Russian butt slapping tournament, the best sport ever created. I know it's been a long journey, it's been a long time coming, and we definitely made some mistakes in the past, coming up with dumb ideas, dumb sports, failed sports like wife carrying, cheese rolling, and rugby. But this right here is it. This is the apex, the summit. This is everything a sports can and should be. This is the sport to end old sports, and that's it. We don't really need anything else. This is the first sport where it doesn't matter who wins, everyone's happy. I know, I just opened up a world of possibilities for you. The internet is never gonna be the same. The world is never gonna be the same. Every other sport is now gonna be just disappointing compared to this. And I'm sorry I ruined the internet for you, but before you book your tickets to go to Russia and Siberia, let me at least explain how this works. So right off the bat, you can tell that this sport took inspiration from Counter-Strike 1v1 scenarios. I mean, we have two women slapping each other in the butt until one of them is either forced to take a step forward or completely knocked over. This is an extremely demanding sport, which is why you only see highly competitive, fit women competing for a chance to I don't know what the prize is. It could be a bag of potatoes for all I know. It could be a lifetime supply of vodka. I mean, we're in Russia, if you guys remember, so the prize is anyone's guess. So even in its early stages, you can tell that this sport has so much potential. It's unbelievable. We need to get esports experts involved here. We need to get some casters, slow-mo cameras. We need to get replays. I mean, this sport could take over the world. We need slow-mo replays. We need thickness divisions. It's not fair for the sport that women with different thickness ratios compete against each other, so we need to have divisions. Maybe expand it to a 5v5 scenario. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, right now it's in the early stages. You can see that the host here is literally just putting up the mic up to this girl's butt. I don't think she's too happy about it. I mean, look at him. He's just like almost shaking with happiness there. It's like this sport just brings happiness to everyone involved. Look at this picture. Look at this. Look at the level of happiness here. Everyone's happy. But we do have to be a little bit more professional going forward. I mean, maybe get a laugh mic all up in there. Eventually just contact mics covering all the butt cheeks. Once we have the equipment and the contact mics are placed on the cheeks, maybe we can incorporate a more scientifical approach to this. Maybe we can incorporate reverberation into the mix, so whoever gets more reverb is gonna get more points. So that's going to inspire, that's going to incentivize the opponent to just slap it in such a way that the ass cheeks create like this hummingbird effect. There are certainly endless possibilities in which we can modify the rules to incentivize certain behaviors. So I think this is just the beginning of this sport. Now, I do have to say that there is a male division to this. However, they don't slap each other in the ass, but on the arm. And I gotta say, that's pathetic. How can this be a butt slapping competition without butt slapping? It's unheard of. I can't believe the International Butt Slapping Federation allowed this to happen. It's ridiculous. These amateur butt slappers need to slap each other on the butts. Just say no homo before each round if necessary. I mean, it's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable. Anyway, back to the women's category. I also think it's important to have a standard set of rules in regards to the attire. I don't think it's fair that some of these women are wearing leather. I think that's going to dampen the sound. I think the best approach here would be to have a yoga pants policy, only yoga pants across the board. You don't get to choose your own attire because that's gonna incorporate a lot of variables into the mix. I think yoga pants are just universally accepted, so that should be the standard. Once we have the rules down, I think we'll be ready to go international with this. We'll have the World Butt Slapping Competition. It's gonna be bigger than the World Cup. We'll have all the countries in the world going up against each other and choose a winner. It might even bring peace to the Middle East. It might even bring North Korea back into the fold. I mean, you cannot underestimate the power of yoga pants. Anyway, I think the sport has a bright future. I think it might even make it to the Olympics. If it does, by that point, we'll have catgirls and it's going to completely change the game. So that's my prediction. Bye.